Hello ladies and gentlemen, Simulation Foundation here, hope you're doing very well. In today's video we are going to have a quick update and review of the latest DLC to be announced for Farming Simulator 22. Only a couple of days ago I was wondering to myself, I wonder when the next DLC will arrive, and would you look at that, a mere day or two later, Giants dropped the latest news, and I think it's a bit of a curveball. It is not what many of us were expecting. I think we can all hold our hands up and say that. It's something that we were probably all hoping that it would be, either a new machinery brand manufacturer or a lot of additional machines for existing brands in game to really expand that machinery garage that we have available to us. But it doesn't really include many, if any, at all, and that is quite refreshing in some respects, and it's also going to be quite a challenge for Giants to really nail this, and we're going to look into what they've promised so far and what that's going to look like. So let's get into it. So like I say, the DLC that was announced, the Farm Production Pack, doesn't have any much in the way of machines, tractors, equipment, for example, which I think the majority of us were looking for. However, what it does have is my curiosity at this point. The production chain system in Farming Simulator 22 is a brilliant way of adding depth to the game, and it allows you to do so much more with the existing game mechanics, and I think that's great. But I think it needs to go a bit beyond that. I think it's a bit tired at this point, and there's limited options for you to do there are limited options for you to produce certain materials or products, and then there are only limited ways for you to sell those products at the end. So this is going to go a great way to bring in a little bit of variation there, and also some new technology in there as well. And let's have a look at what it looks like. We know it's going to be 24 different items, and the majority of those are going to be placeables. It's going to ramp up production and promote sustainability with Farm Production Pack, featuring over 20 new items, including brands like VDW and Laylee for Farming Simulator 22. This pack introduces brand new selling points, production equipment, storage options, renewable power generators, and more. Now, I think that's great in itself there. These days, we are seeing more and more farms and businesses worldwide turning into renewable energy sources, and how many across Europe and the UK, for example, how many fields do you see now listed with solar panels where once you would find cattle? And it's certainly something that's becoming more and more prevalent, and I think that would be a great way to bring in a trickle of revenue. It's going to be a big infrastructure cost at the beginning, of course, but could be a great option for you there. I think the storage options are refreshing as well to see a nice little change up. We're going to have a look through those in a moment as well there. And some of the new equipment is really quite interesting, but we'll touch on that as we go down. A sophisticated distribution center and markets add new layers of logistical gameplay, focusing on supply and demand with daily requests, while new equipment allows you to cut beets, wash your crops, and create liquid fertilizer. So that's where it gets really interesting for me. And I wonder, as we start to really build on this, I think we'll see a lot more of this laid in for the new version whenever that comes around. But I think this is going to be where they're focusing on. We've had precision farming in the past there, and there's a lot more focus on sustainability here, and I wonder if someday maybe those two worlds will combine a little bit more. But it makes you think a little bit more now. It makes you think how much of your crop you're going to harvest at any point in time there, and when you'll be able to sell that based off the best price, how much to sell for it as well. How much can you control supply and demand on the market there? I'd be very curious to see. And what method will you use to sell it? Will it be wholesale at the distribution center that we have up here, or will it maybe be a little bit smaller? So as we go down, we're going to have a look into what some of those smaller options may be, and you'll see, first of all, a few different styles of sheds. You've got an IBC contained there as well. Storage sheds are plenty, really, and I really like the looks of some of them as you click through. You've got just a generic machine shed there, and then you've got your little workshop here as well. I like the looks of that a lot. Some huge looking sheds by the looks of things as well, but some absolutely ginormous mega sheds. These ones are huge. Solar panels, small wind turbines as well, fairly standard. I do very much like the washing drum for your root crops. I think that's really cool and nice to have that added in there. And what is an in-game mechanic that we've had for so long with beet harvesting now has an extra layer to it. I think that's really cool. Add on the beet chopper as well, and again, you're just adding more and more. What I think is really super interesting though is the Laylee sphere. Now, the Laylee sphere works in is a very technical piece of equipment there, which will extract certain components of slurry and will transform that into a fertilizer. So that is really interesting to see. Again, it's something that we don't have. It's a very modern piece of equipment inside of the modern agricultural enterprises, but it's something that we brought in already, and I really look forward to seeing how that works. So more of that is going to be great in this game, and it brings more to what is already a fairly limited role within the animal husbandry in Farming Simulator. That's just another dimension to it. So it can make you think about how you're going to proceed and to progress and to expand your business there. And then you have sell points of all different sizes. And what I love about this is it's not just, oh, you're going to you're going to plop down a big dairy or a giant store. You can do little farmers market stores and even tiny little roadside market stores like this up into something a little bit bigger there. And then when it's become really successful, you get a farm shop and a vending machine, and from there you can build up. How many farmers do you know now who have like milk vending machines at the side of their farms? For example, we all know Mr. Tom Pemberton has one. There are so many different ways that you can look to add on to your businesses these days, and these are all perfect examples of that, and I think it's absolutely superb. And then, what if you got a multiplayer server? What if you got like 10 of you and your mates are on there and you've got a farm going, but you all want to be able to sell different crops off? You can build a blooming supermarket now and do that for you all. I think it's absolutely superb. Really nice to see. Completely change the direction here. Initially, I was a little bit put down by it because, again, you know, not many machines there, not much happening. But I think the more you look into this, the better it can be. And we've even got a solar panel washing robot. When did you ever think you'd get one of those? I think that is just superb. So that's all we know right now. I'm sure we'll see more. It is coming out on April the 30th, so we're really not far away there. Only 20 days left to go. So we may or may not see a few factories between now and then. It's available from all your usual places. The Giant Store, you can get it from Steam, Mac, the App Store if you're using it on Mac, and of course your PlayStation and Microsoft stores as well. If you would like to support the channel, you can use my promo code, which is SimFTNation. Or you can click on the link in the description down below and that'll go through. It doesn't cost you any more or any less, but it does really help out the channel as well, so I would really appreciate it. We will be bringing you as much information as we can throughout the weeks up until the end of the month, and we look forward to seeing what that looks like. Until then, though, do have a great rest of your day. Enjoy what you're doing. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this and what you'll be doing with it, and if you're going to be buying them. I'd be curious to know, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll catch you later.